All right, now it's time for us to start doing some styling. We've got our layout set. Let's go to, we're not going to just write our styles in index.css. We're going to create blocks folders. So we can just, you can create them any way you want. I'm going to use VS Code. We're going to need a menu.css and a card with no s.css because those are the two blocks we're using. And for these to work, we need to import them. I'm going to put them under these comments where you're going to add the other stuff because then you will be more likely to place things in the order in which they appear, like so. All right, that should be good. This video is going to focus on the outermost part of the layout, this part. We're going to get this working, plus the text. We're going to get that centered. We're not going to deal with what's inside the cards for now. So, what do we need to do? Well, let's see. The menu block, I'm going to have you handle the background. We have these two text elements. And note that both of them are specified as 780 pixels with max width, although this one looks like it's shorter than the other. Don't worry about that. So 780 pixels for the max width for both of these elements. And we know that they're centered. So how do we get them to actually be centered? Well, let's go ahead and add the max widths. Max width 780 pixels. And see, that had an effect of making a line break. This will have no visible effect. Max width 780. Now you may recall that we have a text align center property that we can use. And this will indeed align the text to the center. But there's a difference between center aligning text and center aligning the element that the text is inside. You got to do both. Sometimes only one will be necessary. It depends on a number of different things. There are various ways we can center stuff. Display flex in a, I don't really know how to use this thing. Display flex in a column direction that's one way that we could handle this. So there, centered. All right, let's go and input this. Max width 780, text align center. And the same things for the subtitle. All right. Now, how do we get this arranged the way that we want it? Well, let's select it and think. We have an element, menu cards. It contains 3 elements, 1, and then 2, and then 3. We need them to be in a row, or, well, 2 rows, a wrapping row. So we need to turn the parent into a flex container. I'm also just going to reset the margin and padding and list style type because they just kind of get in the way, I think. So I prefer to just get rid of them right off the bat. Now note that only removed it from this menu cards element. It did not remove those properties from the card list elements because those properties are not inheritable. So There we are. Now the problem that we have now is that it's um, not wrapping, right? Well, to make it wrap, remember what I said, there needs to not be enough space for them all to fit. So for instance, if we set max width to 300, no, is that the wrong element? Yeah, that's the wrong element. No, it's not the wrong element. It's just too small. Let's say 500 pixels. No. Well, I didn't wrap it. Flex wrap, wrap, flex wrap, wrap, and then max width 400 pixels. Yeah, there. I forgot the max, the flex wrap. So now you can see how we can make the rows. Um, but this is not the right dimension. So the problem is our cards are too small. The cards are supposed to be, where did it go? 540 pixels. And we're just going to use a width for this. Um, so let's go ahead and do all this. I'm going to copy these values. And these go on menu cards. Get rid of that max width. The card block, as we saw, needs a width of 540. And what are we missing here? Let's refresh. Yeah, okay, just needed to refresh. So, all right, they are looking pretty good. We're not going to do what's inside them yet. The only other aspect here for the flex container is we need to center it, which, well, in a row container to center horizontally, we use justify content center. Now note that it looks like it's off-centered, but that is an illusion. It's because the stuff inside these blocks is not centered. That's why it looks like it's uncentered. We also need a gap, right? I believe I saw it was 100 pixels. So there we are. That is the basic layout for the menu cards element. Let's return here and see what else is necessary. In the next video, we'll work on the internals of the cards. Aside from that, you just need to do the vertical distances between the menu elements. And I'll leave that as a to-do. Between menu and its children, and between the children. All right, so that's it. Next time we'll work on the cards.